and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. NMCG on a mission to keep the holy river pollution-free in Prayagraj. India hands over Madan Bhandari Memorial College to Nepal. And local leaders hold demonstrations against illegal land grabbing in POK. Let's begin the show. We will take you to India's Prayagraj city, where the rigorous task of cleaning the Triveni Sangam, a confluence of rivers Ganga, Yamuna and the mystical Saraswati, is underway by the National Mission for Clean Ganga under its flagship program Namami Gange. The main objective of the program is to plug sewage discharges from the city that were earlier falling into the river so that the flow of clean water remains intact. Take a look.
Prayagraj, a holy city situated at the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and the invisible Saraswati. For centuries, it has remained a revered site for millions of Hindu devotees who come to Prayagraj to take a holy dip and wash away their sins at the Triveni Sangam. A continued expansion of the city over time, coupled with exponential rise in the number of tourists, has resulted in generation of massive amounts of sewage which was directly falling into the river. To keep the Ganga and the Yamuna clean and to maintain a continuous flow of water, the National Mission for Clean Ganga undertook the rigorous task of cleaning the river under its flagship Namami Gange project. The objective was to plug the 350 MLD to 400 MLD sewage discharge of the city, which was earlier falling directly into the river.
In Prayagraj, we have taken up many STPs and also taken up under the One City One Operator initiative. The group which is doing there has taken up the contract for the operation as One City One Operator. They also upgraded many of the existing STPs, and we also have sanctioned STPs which are actually much more than the calculated generation of sewage there.
The NMCG, with the support of state administration, laid down sewage network in the city, set up intersection and diversion of sewage network, sewage pumping stations and construction of several sewage treatment plants. The NMCG also took charge of rehabilitation, operations and maintenance of existing sewage treatment infrastructure. At present, 7 sewage treatment plants in Prayagraj are treating 268 MLD of sewage water. They include 80 MLD Naini 1 STP, 60 MLD Rajapur STP, 29 MLD Salori STP, 50 MLD Numaya Dahi STP, 25 MLD Kodra, 10 MLD Ponghat STP, and 14 MLD STP in Salori. Apart from 14 MLD Salori STP, other 6 plants are running under One City One Operator scheme. The hybrid annuity-based PPP mode includes operations and maintenance of the sewerage infrastructure for 15 years in the city. Major city drains like the Chachar Nala have been tapped and the sewage water has been diverted into STPs.
मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट और मोस्ट सेक्रेट सिटी है वो हमारा इलाहाबाद है, जहाँ पे गंगा और यमुना का संगम होता है। पहले यहाँ पर जो है ये नदियों में ओपन ड्रेन्स डायरेक्ट जाते थे, जो अनट्रीटेड सीवर थे वो डायरेक्ट जाते थे। उसके बाद फिर जो है प्लांट्स का रिहेबिलिटेशन शुरू हुआ और हमने जो है अडानी कंपनी को ये सारा प्लांट चलाने के लिए मिला था, तो हमने जो है अपना सारा ट्रीटमेंट प्रोसेस रिहैब सब कुछ किया है यहाँ पे। और आज के डेट में जो है गंगा नदी में अनट्रीटेड सीवेज बिल्कुल नाम मात्र का जा रहा है।
3 new STPs of total capacity of 72 MLD at Naini, Phaphamau and Jhusi are on the course of getting completed. Once operationalized, no untreated sewage will flow directly into the Ganga and Yamuna rivers. The devotees at Triveni Sangam have witnessed the difference and have hailed the authorities for making the holy river clean.
पहले के मुकाबले अब यहाँ पे गंदगी कम है, पहले ज़्यादा थी। तो नमामि गंगा प्रोग्राम के थ्रू साफ़ सफाई अच्छी है यहाँ पे, और लोगों को भी जो घूमने आते हैं यहाँ पे उन्हें भी जागरूक होने की आवश्यकता है। पॉलीथीन न डालें, खाने पीने का सामान न डालें एक्स्ट्रा। वैसे अच्छा लगा यहाँ पे आके, और यमुना गंगा नदी का पानी भी साफ़ है यहाँ पे।
Prayagraj is famous for its historic Kumbh Mela, which is held after every 12 years. The National Mission for Clean Ganga has roped in nearly all stakeholders under its flagship program Namami Gange and made an integrated effort to accomplish its mission to clean the holy river. As the Padma Puran says, as the sun is amongst the moon and the moon amongst the stars, likewise Prayagraj is best amongst all places of pilgrimage.
Moving on. In a bid to strengthen bilateral relations between India and Nepal, India recently handed over the Madan Bhandari Memorial College to Nepal. During the ceremony, the Indian ambassador to Nepal, Naveen Srivastava, Nepal's former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mahendra Bahadur Pandey, and other senior officials were present. The project was taken up as a high-impact community development project at a total cost of 28.64 million Nepali rupees under the Nepal-India Development Cooperation. Have a look.
Indian Ambassador to Nepal Naveen Srivastav handed over the college building of Madan Bhandari Memorial College in Kathmandu, built with the Government of India's financial assistance. The ceremony was attended by Mahendra Bahadur Pandey, Nepal's former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Chairperson of the College Management Committee Usha Kiran Bhandari, and many other officials.
This was a combined effort of the community, of the foundation, of the college, and of our neighbor goodwill, our neighboring country. So this is exemplary building. I like to say that this is an exemplary building that we see here, and it also shows that we all have commitment towards the education system. We have commitment towards the just distribution, just access to education. So I see this as a representative of all that feelings and emotions.
The project was taken up as a high-impact community development project at a total cost of 28.64 million Nepali rupees under the Nepal-India Development Cooperation. Since its inception, the college has been imparting quality education. It is affiliated with Tribhuvan University and has over 1500 students from different districts of the country and offers a variety of courses.
This building was built with the support of Government of India under our developmental cooperation partnership with Nepal. The building comprises of 29 classrooms, library, conference halls, other facilities. Just as a background, India through our embassy has been doing such community developmental projects, what we call as high impact community development projects, since the year 2003. And till date, in almost all the districts of Nepal, we have undertaken more than 530 such projects. These projects cover various areas, including water and sanitation, educational facilities such as this college, schools, medical facilities, and anything which a community might require.
The implementation of this project reflects the continued support of the Government of India in bolstering the efforts of the Government of Nepal for the upliftment of its people through the creation of education infrastructure.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
The Minister of Health Behram Yeinollahi said Iran will investigate the poisoning of students. Hundreds of Iranian girls in different schools have suffered mild poison attacks over recent months, the health minister said in February, with some politicians suggesting they could have been targeted by religious groups opposed to girls' education. The poison attacks at more than 30 schools in at least 4 cities started in November in Iran's Shiite Muslim holy city of Qom, prompting some parents to take their children out of school, state media reported. The United States urged Iran to investigate reported poison attacks on girls in different schools over recent months, a US State Department spokesperson said. Japanese firm JCB is one of the most reliable credit card brands all over the world. The number of people using these credit cards is 150 million and annual transaction volume goes to about 37 trillion yen. Starting as the first international payment brand based in Asia, the firm contributes in expanding the global payment industry. In India, JCB has issued 1 million RuPay cards. JCB's strategy will help in accelerating commerce and contribute to the global economy in a number of different ways. Japanese firm ANA, All Nippon Airways, is accelerating inbound tourism by promoting itself among foreign tourists. During winters last year, the firm collaborated with Kimono Mom, a popular YouTuber with a subscriber base of 1.4 million. Tokyo and Kyoto are two destinations in Japan which are visited by many visitors. Apart from scenic views, authentic food and beautiful culture, these places are a sight to watch in different seasons. Dogo Onsen in Shikoku is a famous hot spring resort. This town is attracting a number of tourists. The culture of geisha has flourished in these hot spring resorts, which includes traditional music, dance and games for the recreation of the visitors. As Japan is surrounded by the sea on all sides, seafood is a major part of Japanese culture. Fresh seafood from Seto Inland Sea is enjoyed on barbecue. Visitors interact with locals, which makes their traveling even better. Hokkaido is also a popular tourist place which attracts many tourists throughout the year. It becomes a snowy region in winters. Tourists enjoy beautiful winter scenery and skiing. It is crowded with foreigners visiting ski resorts in winter. ANA's inbound introduction has contributed greatly to tourism industry of Japan and is taking Japanese tourism to new heights. Filled with hundreds of antiquities and paintings adorned on its walls, a restaurant in Basra provides its visitors with a cultural experience and a bite to eat. Combining a museum with a restaurant, the owner of Hassoun Museum thought of the concept to attract tourists to show how people lived previously and the tools they used. Restoring a heritage house in Basra's historic old city made up of Ottoman buildings famous for wood carvings on balconies, windows and ceilings, museum and restaurant owner Sadiq Hassoun said he wanted to renovate the house to how it was when it was first built. Offering traditional Iraqi cuisine, the restaurant also specializes in dishes Basra homes were once distinguished for. Hassoun Museum opened 2 years ago and expanded to include a restaurant a year later. Once dubbed the Venice of the Middle East for its network of canals resembling the Italian city, Basra was a magnet for Middle Eastern tourists until the early 1980s.
Pakistan has been committing numerous atrocities on the people of POK. The illegal occupier of the region, Pakistan, has plundered the natural resources and built a number of hydroelectric dams in the region. Surprisingly, the residents of POK neither received the electricity nor the royalty for the establishment of those projects on their property. The local leaders and public are holding regular demonstrations against Pakistan, demanding the rightful ownership of their lands and natural resources in the region.
Anti-government protests have swept through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, with residents and local leaders blaming the authorities for land grabbing. They say they are being deceived in the name of development of the region, and their properties have been snatched to develop hydropower projects. Locals said their lands were grabbed under similar pretexts previously too, but they never got benefited from the projects that were pursued on their land. Instead, the entire output of the power projects was diverted for the welfare of the people in Pakistan, especially the people of Punjab, who receive a favorable treatment in all aspects of their lives from Pakistan.
हमारे जो पानी के सोर्सेज हैं उन रिसोर्सेज से नीलम जलम बन रहा है, पत्तन का पुल बन रहा है, मंगला बन चुका है। ये सारे डैम बने हैं। इन सारे डैमों के बनने के बाद जो बिजली है वो पाकिस्तान में चली जाती है और बदले में जो है वो महरूमियां जो है जो माहौलियाती आलूदगी है, जो बेशुमार मसाइल हैं, उसको हमारे जिम्मे आते हैं। इस तरह हमारी सरजमीन को ये खालसे की तरह समझते हैं, लावारिस समझते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है। इस सरजमीन के लोग अपने राइट्स के लिए निकलेंगे और ये जो हमारे हाइड्रो के प्रोजेक्ट हैं, जिस तरह नीलम झेलम है, जिस तरह पत्तन का डैम बने, यहीं से बगावत की मुझे उम्मीद है कि यहीं से एक ऐसी बगावतें निकलेगी।
And this is not the first occasion when the residents of POK have raised their voices against the government. Their previous demands too were suppressed by brute high-handedness of the Pakistan agencies. People, however, say that Pakistan cannot continue to accord a second-class life to them, and they will stake claim on what is theirs in entirety.
जब तक नीलम जलम हाइड्रो प्रोजेक्ट की तमाम मलकियत हमें नहीं मिलेगी, उस पे हक हुक्मरानी हमारा नहीं होगा, उसके वसाइल हमें नहीं मिलेंगे, बिजली की आमदन हमें नहीं मिलेगी, यहाँ के लोगों को रुतबादल तौर पे आप प्रोटेक्शन नहीं दोगे, उनकी जिंदगी नहीं महफूज करोगे, ये मुमकिन नहीं है कि हम अपने बच्चों को उनके मुस्तकबिल जब आने वाले कल जो है वो ताबकारी असरात से कैंसर के मरीज बने। हमारी औरतें जो ज़चगी में बीमारियों का शिकार हों, हमारे लोग हमारे माल मवेशी वहां से गुजरते हुए करंट लग के मर जाएं और तुम अपना मुल्क रोशन करो, ये ऐसा नहीं होगा।
The decades-long discriminatory attitude of Islamabad against the residents of POK has sparked tough resistance from the locals. The regular protests against Pakistan in the illegally occupied territory could anytime snowball into a full-fledged rebellion in the near future.
India is a melting pot of cultures, and tribal communities are a major part of India's diverse cultural treasury. There are 705 tribes in India with a unique set of traditions and lifestyle. In order to promote tribal culture and lifestyle of different tribes of Odisha, a 10-day-long tribal fair was recently organized at the Adivasi exhibition ground in Bhubaneswar city. Take a look.
Showcasing the rich tribal culture and lifestyle of Odisha, a 10-day tribal fair was recently held at Bhubaneswar's Adivasi exhibition ground. Various tribal groups from different parts of the state participated in the event, wherein they presented their own unique heritage through a wide range of tribal articles including jewelries, household items and traditional food products. It provided a major attraction to the visitors in the form of agriculture products like cereals, pulses and spices, forest produce, utility items, handlooms and art and craft.
Actually, people think that you will get authentic items here. In the mall, you are not aware what kind of product that is. But here, because tribals are very clear-hearted, they will not mix. There will not be any impurity. There will not be any adulteration. So definitely, these people have faith. That's why they come here.
Popularly known as Adivasi Mela, the tribal exhibition showcased the best of tribal products in quality, design and versatility. Organized by the Government of Odisha along with the SC and ST Development Department of the state.
Actually, I have very affinity towards all the Adivasis, and I always feel that they should have resources and they should be financially very much strong. So these type of tribal fairs should be organized regularly so that they can sell their product and get the money. Because whenever I see any poor tribal, it touches my heart that they are very poor, and this type of fair is definitely giving them opportunity to sell their products.
A total of 121 stalls were set up by the authorities for selling and displaying authentic tribal products. A separate section of 10 PTVG or thatched houses was set up by the authorities, which gave a tribal feel and atmosphere of the remote parts of the state. These houses have thatched or tiled roofs while the walls were painted with jyoti. After the 2-year-long pandemic, this year the exhibition witnessed a huge rush of visitors who were excited to attend the exhibition.
बहुत अच्छा लगा. मैं यहाँ पहले से पता नहीं था मुझे, पर यहाँ पे पर यहाँ आके बहुत अच्छा लगा और बहुत हैपनिंग यहाँ का माहौल है और मतलब अलग अलग स्टेट्स का हैंडीक्राफ्ट वाला वो सेक्शन देखा और उसमें बहुत इंट्रिकेट काम है ना उन्होंने किया है. और ये जैसे ये वाला जो कॉटेज वाला एरिया, ये मतलब इस टाइप का रिप्रेजेंटेशन मैं पहली बार देख रही हूँ ऐसे घरों के थ्रू.
Organized since 1951, the festival aims at introducing people from all over the world to the thriving indigenous cultures of Odisha, be it through their food, attire, myriad traditions, along with providing tribals with a brilliant platform to market and sell their products. These tribal artisans and craftsmen were very happy as exhibitions and fairs like these helped them in boosting their business.
ये जैसे कि साल पत्तर और नीम का तेल, ये नीम भी जंगल में मिलते हैं और ये हम एसएजी ग्रुप वाला चाष करते हैं, ये बीरी दाल कहते हैं और ये जंगल में मिलते हैं. ये पत्ता ये नीम का पत्ता ये, और जंगल में ये झूना मिलता है, मोहू मिलता है. ये सब चीज़ लेके हम आया हूँ. ये हमारे भुवनेश्वर का आदिवासी मेला में लेके आया हूँ और हम चाहते हैं ये सब मेला ऐसे आकर अधिक से अधिक ज़्यादा कमाने के लिए हम चाहते हैं. हम यहाँ 20 तारीख को आया हूँ, आज 26 तारीख हो गया. हम बहुत कमा लिया और भी हम चाहते हैं ऐसे आएंगे और बहुत सारा पैसा कमा कर जाएंगे.
One of the oldest festivals of the tribal community, Adivasi Mela is a great platform that is not only helping in preserving Odisha's tribal culture, but also enabling visitors to explore the intricacies of the tribal lifestyle.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra, signing off on the behalf of the entire production team of Sadesha Today. Goodbye and take care.